Alright guys, we just can't get enough of the new Lian Li fans. Next up in line for a refresh is the AL series, and thus we have the new AL V2 fans today. It's safe to say that Lian Li learned from their past mistakes and immediately released the 140 version and 120 version as well. So both of these fans are available as of today. Looking for affordable Windows or Office keys? Look no further, I got you covered. Head over to scdkey.com, pick your Windows edition, use my discount code LE25 to get a 25% on any Windows or Office products. Once you complete your order, after a few seconds you will receive your code. In Windows, go to Settings, there should be an Activate Windows prompt at the bottom. Click that, enter your code and wait for Windows to finish activation. To check the activation status, use the command prompt with the command slmgr.vbs/xpr and you should receive a notification that the machine is permanently activated. Once again, use code LE25 at scdkey.com. As usual, fans are available as a triple pack or a single pack. With a triple fan pack, you get 3 fan cables, 2 bridge cables, I will of course explain this later, screws of course, accessory box, contains various cables such as SMX to ARGB adapter, USB 2.0 internal cable, ARGB and PWM cable, and of course the AL-V2 controller with 3M tape non-magnetic. Here are the fans, of course, the ones I got here are white, also available in black. This would be the port to connect the fans to the controller, and on the other side there is a daisy chain connector used to connect to another cluster of fans. So you can perhaps use 3 fans up top and daisy chain the back ones, so you don't use 2 separate cables from each fan. Fan clips are removable for the cleaner look of course. Oh yeah, you have the manual here as well. If you're unsure on how to connect everything, this is the thing to look at. But the connection is so simple, just align the notches on one fan with the holes on another fan and slide to connect, and voila, we have a sturdy cluster of fans. Easy to mount, no cables in sight. Here is how you can daisy chain them together. Let's say you want 3 fans up top, the 120mm size, and you want 140mm fan on the back. Yep, you can just daisy chain them together. Connect this flat top cable to the cluster of fans and another connector to the other fan. Boom, cluster complete. For example, this is how to connect it all and where. You got your cluster of 3+1 fans here, connect the cable with a black flat end to the controller. You can connect it to the first, second, third or fourth place, doesn't matter, just remember where so you know what to do in the control later in the software. USB cable goes on the bottom of the controller. This cable is used to connect it to your motherboard to actually control all the fans and functions. The small cable next to it is used to connect it all to the PWM fan header on your motherboard, so you can switch the rotation speed to be controlled through your motherboard if you for some reason don't want to use the Lian Li's software for the fan speed control. Also, you can use the ARGB connector to control it through your motherboard as well. This is for the lighting purposes, but in this case you will lose a bunch of fancy light effects. Okay, these were the basics on how to connect them and so on, but what is actually new here? The first thing we know, we now have new light zones. These thin strips around the brushed aluminum parts, 4 of them on each corner, actually all visible from the side of the fan along the decorative brushed aluminum, ensuring an elegant look with delicate lighting along the edge. The interlocking mechanism of the UNI FAN AL-V2 is made of 2 interlocking clips located along one side of the frame that can clip on another fan. To avoid interference with radiator fittings and to ensure a cleaner look, these interlocking clips can of course be removed when they are not needed. Each cluster of UNI AL-V2 fans can be connected to the UNI hub via a single cable. At the fan end of the cable, the connection has been made smaller and designed to be embedded into the fan frame for a connection that is as flush as possible with the side of the fan, eliminating any compatibility issues with radiator fittings, tubes and such. And this connection style also provides flexibility, so you can easily direct the cable in the desired direction. The only thing that is not possible here is the rotation of the daisy chain cable. If you remember, on Infinity fans this was possible to reorient, but not here. But here is the main thing that is improved upon. The new fans are slightly thicker, coming at 28mm. The increase in thickness results in higher performance and a greater balance of airflow and static pressure, making them ideal in both air cooling and water cooling configurations. Compared to the original AL120, the V2 offers 20% airflow performance and 13% static pressure increase while keeping the noise level below 29 decibels. You can check the specs on the screen for both 120 and 140mm variants. So we now get the airflow of 77.3 CFM for the 120mm fan and 81.6 CFM for the 140 fan. Static pressure is 2.97 for the 120 and 2.80mm H2O for the 140 fan, which means that thickness increase on the 120 fan is doing its thing while the 140 version did not receive the thickness upgrade, which is totally strange to me. Both of them use the fluid dynamic bearings and are totally inaudible, not even when they ramp up to 2000 RPM for the 120mm fan and 1600 RPM for the 140 fan version respectively. Rest of the fan looks is kept as before. 4 arcs on each corner, Lian Li logo in a metallic medallion on the front of the fan hub. Lights are also present in the hub as well, and on the back side there are also 4 arc light strips with a medallion in the middle with circled LEDs. So yeah, this fan is full of LEDs and LED zones. Also note that if you have ALV1 fans and the controller, you can still use the same controller with new fans, just make sure to update the firmware of the controller and of course the L-Connect software. Speaking of, here you can see and adjust each cluster of fans. 3+3 bridge clusters are supported, but the maximum supported fans per controller still remains 16. Of course, you can adjust fan curves, you can select if the fan or fan cluster will be controlled by the CPU or GPU temperature, which is something that you can't do through the motherboard control. You can choose the correct fan size so you can get correct fan speed readout. Full fan stop is also supported. Light modes are, well, plenty and possibly too many, but hey, there is no such thing as too many light zones. I think that there are effects here for everyone's taste, and all of those effects are customizable in terms of color, direction and speed, but also you can pick each LED zone, for example the hub or the rear zone or arcs, to be separately controlled from the outer strips, or you can control all of them at once. 4 new effects are the colorful city, render, electric current and twinkle. Okay, yes, you are correct, your eyes are not deceiving you, this is the 12VHPWR Lian Li cable. This is also new, available to purchase separately, and will require you to have the Lian Li Strimer Plus V2 controller. Check the review in the corner if you haven't seen it. Basically, what Lian Li made here is the custom cable for the new NVIDIA RTX 40 series cards, available as dual 8-pin or triple 8-pin versions with 8 or 4 light channels, but it's also available as a separate 12VHPWR extension. If you're uncertain, get the triple 8-pin version with 8 light channels. It works on all RTX 40 cards and will have redundancy in terms of power if you use RTX 4070 Ti like I do here, but then you decide to get like 490 down the road. You will be powering it with no issues. The 8 or 12 light channels is actually up to you. With the cable thickness, somehow 8 light channels are proportional to it. Just my opinion. If you're at least a little bit familiar with the new NVIDIA cables, you know that you can't bend them that much, but this cable you can. Tight bends are possible since the cable is made from silicone, but it is also highly durable and it can withstand 150 degrees Celsius of temperature. You also have the option to remove the buckle on the connector itself to make it more bendable, but I kind of prefer the buckle here as it still has enough room to be bent closer to the tempered glass panel. The cable is rated to deliver up to 600 watts of power, built with 16 average wire gauge thicker wire. The terminals are made of a copper alloy with an increased thickness of 0.25mm versus the 0.2, which is a standard, which also provides current stability. In addition, an insulation layer has been added between the terminals to further, prevent any shortages. Alright, now, the pricing for the AL2V fans: $27.99 for single pack of 120mm fan, $30.99 for the 140 fan, $89.99 for the triple pack with the controller, and 140s are not available at, say, triple pack. Cable is available for $49.99 for the 8 light guide version and $59.99 for the 12 light guide variant. So my personal take on the fans. If you are wondering about longevity, noise and similar things after some time of use, absolutely none. I have been using these fans ever since they came out. V1 were a bit louder as RPM range was not that great, but all V2 fans, not just the AL fans, are extremely good. I'm using the Infinity fans in my personal rig with custom water cooling, zero issues since they launched, and they are completely inaudible, which is something that I came to appreciate a lot lately. Being able to work with a silent PC at my side at night, it's just that ultimate PC master race feeling. For the cables, no issues at all, they are super flexible, me using them too, easily bendable and will fit in any case. But I do have one issue, and this will depend on which motherboard and/or case that you are using. I think that you will agree with me on this one. First issue, solvable but bulky solution. If you have just one USB 2.0 connector on your motherboard and you want to use both Strimer cables and any of the Lian Li fans, tough luck. You will need this splitter here, and this is just one big bulky thing that you have to worry about where to put and hide inside your case. Lian Li has got to make a single unified controller for all the fans and all the cables, some solution that will eliminate this mess of cables at the back of your case. I mean, if you have a bigger case, this might not be such a problem, but let's be honest, not everyone has or likes big cases. Okay, good luck hiding these then. Lian Li, please work something out about this, make a true uni controller, something to unify all of your fans. So with all that said, let's wrap this video. So yeah, new fans and new cables available as of today. Check on Lian Li's website, and with local or global retailers, let me know which Lian Li fans are your favorite ones so far. And I want to hear your thoughts about the new cables and those NVIDIA cables in general, not just from Lian Li. Personally, I think that they were not necessary. Anyhow, that's it guys, like and share the video and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.